lost the little foxes. They're feasting on our vine. They're cruel and they're
Hey there.
Hello,
We're back.
everyone. How are you?
I know that everybody missed us.
We did. I
Oh, by
missed
the
all of you
way,
too. Yeah.
I'm Shanna,
I'm Michael.
and this is the
Marriage
Marriage Podcast.
Podcast. Yes, it is.
Please don't jump off because we
I
just
hope
did that.
everyone
It
is
was so
having a
cheesy.
blessed day.
Yeah.
We're recording this on Sunday after church.
After church, which is probably the best time to do it.
This is the best time because you're already filled with the Spirit.
Yeah, as opposed to like a
Amen.
Thursday or Friday night when
That's
maybe you
right.
had a really bad week and you come in here and say things that are probably not
Man, Friday night
appropriate or
got so
something.
wild we didn't get home till like almost 1.
Speaking
we were
of-
so tired.
Yes,
the next
we have
day.
had a great weekend, but it's been jam-packed with, I would say, like really good stuff though.
Yeah, we kept the grand boy. Yesterday, that was fun.
Yeah. And then Friday night we went to a prayer. It was supposed to be a 24-hour prayer thing, but we couldn't hang 'cause we're too
No,
old. So we
nope.
just stayed about 4 hours.
Shoot, we're in bed by 5:30, 6 o'clock every day.
Yeah, and we
So,
just prayed with some other people, did some worship, and it was just really refreshing. And it's like that first hour though, you feel kind of dumb, and you're like, what are we doing here?
right. Like, man,
Uh,
that it's so awkward there at first, and then God told me to just start praying and keep my mouth shut.
yeah.
Like, all right, Lord, you're man.
I know, and
So I
I'm
prayed the whole
joking
time.
with you because I'm like, you're officially part of the cult. Did you ever think you would be part of the
I've
cult?
never been much of a cult person before. I kind of try to stand on my own.
Yeah, the spirit-filled cult.
The
Yeah.
Spirit-filled cult.
Anyways, we are gonna talk this week about I think something really fun.
Yeah,
I'm
I think the
excited.
podcast, the first 4 episodes, have been
5.
really 5. Wow, we're on number 6
Number
already.
6.
I think that the first 5 episodes were just kind of heavy with thou
Mhm.
shalt and thou should and tears and emotion. I
Yeah.
think this time we ought to bring it up a little bit and just talk about fun,
Yeah. This is all about play.
play.
Laugh,
That's
love,
right.
and play. Why your marriage needs more fun.
That's right.
Seriously.
That's right. Yeah, need more fun in your marriage. If you have a marriage that is always just serious and business related, then you kind of lose that flame a little bit. Marriage kind of it builds up your endorphins. It makes you laughter makes the heart fonder too, and it really helps you to become one as a couple.
I think it's healing. Laughter is like medicine. I think that's the scripture in Proverbs.
Absolutely.
It's like medicine to our bones.
Yes.
And I think one of the things that is a complete epidemic in our culture is married people do not laugh enough. They do not have fun.
Mm-mm.
Like their whole life is about getting kids ready for school or
Right.
or paying bills or whatever it might be in your life right now. Even
Yeah.
when your kids are grown and then you reach an age where it's like, okay, I've got grandkids, or
That's
maybe you've
right.
got aging parents that you have to take care of, and it can become really like just a situation where you never have time. It feels like to enjoy your life.
Right. Have you ever been around that couple that like literally sucks the life out of the room because they don't know how to have fun? Well, don't be
Right?
that couple. Have
Don't
fun
be
for
it.
fun's
Yeah.
sake.
Yeah.
Because according to Ecclesiastes 3:13, everyone should eat and drink and take pleasure in all of his toils because that is God's gift to man. God
Yeah.
designed us for joy. He didn't design us to be serious all the time.
Yeah.
Um, the famous Beatles song, I can't remember what psalm that they put out after everything turn, turn, turn. And he says, there's a time and a joy
Yeah.
for joy, and there's a time for,
Yeah.
sadness.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Ecclesiastes chapter 3 is about. He's talking
Yes.
about the time for this, the time to that. For
Oh, is
that.
that what it is?
Yeah,
I
that's
thought it was
actually
Psalm. Sorry.
no, it's Ecclesiastes. And so he's talking about how there's a time for everything, but then he says in verse 9, leading up to what you just read, what do
Gosh.
people really get for all their hard work? I have seen the burden God has placed on us all, yet God has made everything beautiful for its time. He has
Yes.
planted eternity in the human heart, but even so, people cannot see the whole scope of God's work from beginning to end. So I concluded there is nothing better than to be happy and
Yes.
enjoy ourselves as long as we can.
That's
And
right.
people should eat and drink and enjoy the fruits of their labor, for these are gifts from God.
That's right. That's exactly right. Um, I don't drink, but because I liked it too much for a while, and I chose to cut it off from my life because I was having just it became a habit. It wasn't an addiction yet, but it was becoming a habit. But I remember my younger days whenever I was in the military and us guys were hanging out that we would get together and we would laugh and we would joke around
Hmm.
and there's always some kind of food or beverage involved, especially on NASCAR Sunday. NASCAR Sunday
Right.
was our thing in
Yeah,
North
and I mean, it doesn't
Carolina.
have to be alcohol involved
It
for
does not
people to
have to
have
be
a good time.
alcohol.
But I think the
No.
point is, what he's saying is, you're there's yes, your life is going to be full of work, but
Right.
there's nothing better than to actually enjoy your life to some degree, and that God wants you to reap the rewards of
That's
all
right.
your hard labor. Like, enjoy your wife, enjoy your husband, enjoy your
Yes.
kids. They're not little forever, you
Yes.
know.
Go on those small trips with each other. Forget about work.
Yeah,
Forget about everything. Just focus on just having
put your
fun.
marriage in a really high priority. I mean,
Right.
and I think a lot of people, here's what they do. They go, maybe they are Christians, so they'll put God first, but then they'll put their kids above their spouse
Right.
as far as like
Oh, that
that
happens all the time.
relationship, right?
Yeah, that
And
does.
so I think that, and then when the kids grow up, there's no marriage left
None.
because it was never really cultivated. It was just a
Lots of
partnership.
couples divorce after the
Yeah.
kids are out of the house
Yeah.
because
Well,
they don't know how to communicate.
proof of that.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
not cultivating your relationship, part of cultivating it and developing it is having fun together, for crying out loud. So we thought, let's talk about that, because I think for us, this was one thing we were lacking. We've talked about that in
Yes.
several episodes, how our life became about money all the time, or lack of
Well, I
money.
think that's 90% of America today
Yeah.
is that, things are so tough out there. Gas actually came down 30 cents. So, I mean, that's one less thing we have to worry about
Hmm.
is paying for that. But groceries are still high. Daycare, gosh, have you heard about the prices of
Man, I can't
daycare?
even imagine.
It is like it's way more than I would ever.
Right.
But gas, fuel, electricity, and all that is so
Food, for
expensive.
crying out loud.
Food, yeah,
I mean, you
yeah,
can't go out to eat for less than $100
you
now if you have
cannot.
kids. It's
Cannot.
like, are you
That's
kidding
exactly
me?
right. And I think that kind of hits into a family's free time because, kids love to, you got to do kid things when you have kids on family night, go to movies or take them all, everybody go out to eat and have a good time. Now, there is a place, they do make some great board games
I
that you
was
can
gonna
do as a
say that.
family.
One of my favorite memories was, because we were gonna talk about like things that are fun that we've done together. But one of my favorite memories, because you brought up games, was when we went to Arkansas. I don't think you and I were married yet.
Oh,
This
you
was
talking about
right
the
before we were
Mexican
married.
night train
The
thing?
Mexican train domino
Yeah.
thing. We had so much fun, and Allie and Dre, our daughter and son-in-law, came. This is before they had kids. I think they were newly married, right?
Yeah. She wasn't there to have fun playing Mexican
Yeah,
train.
listen, and then my parents were there, and they were like super nice and calm. But the rest of us, and you were calm, but the rest of us, once we started playing, it's
Well, it
like the
didn't do me any
knives
good to
came
get
out.
worked up because I didn't know what I was doing,
Everybody's
you
a
know?
sore loser,
I was
and
just like, fine, I'll do that
but it was so
3
much
there.
fun. And I was thinking, this costs nothing.
Yeah.
Like, this costs
And it
nothing.
makes memories that you can remember forever. You'll sit at
Yes.
that same table or you'll sit at that same group of people. You remember we played Mexican train or whatever.
Actually, now that you mention that, before my grandparents passed, my papa died before my grandmother, but when they were still both here, Melanie, my sister, had invited us over, and we played dominoes with them.
Oh, that's cool.
And I have that memory, and I
That's
just I
cool.
just think that's so important to do things like that as a couple, but also like with your kids and your grandparents, and do things that matter, that you
Yeah,
can actually, like, you can take that memory into eternity with you,
that's
you
right.
know?
And you can make the best of any situation, even if it's something that you're not interested in. Still put the effort into it to have fun because
Yeah.
somebody in that group is going to have a good time doing it. So make a good memory out of it because you don't get that memory back.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think time is a good and a bad thing, but the past is you can't go back and fix it. So enjoy it
Yeah.
while you can.
Yeah, so Speaking of stories, do you want to tell
Are
a
you sure you want me to
story?
tell this
Yeah,
story?
because we alluded to this last week, and they're probably like, "What are you talking
Okay.
about? The vine snake
Do I
thing?"
need to go back to the beginning before we met and how you
Sure, just
fibbed on
throw me
your?
under the bus,
Okay.
man. Just do it.
Okay. So my wife and I we met on an internet dating site. Can I go ahead and say the site? I guess
Sure,
we met
give
on
them a
Match.
shout out.
Yeah, I give a shout out to Match.com.
Right.
We both met the night we were going to get off of there.
I had just got on there,
Oh, that's right, you had. I was fixing to
like
close it
day
out,
2.
man. And
Yeah.
then she popped up on my, hey, you might
And
like
he
this
was
person
like, "Oh
stage.
my gosh, I can't live without her."
That's exactly what it
Yeah.
was. That's right. So we meet, we date, and we have fun. I go to her house and we go out, have a good time before we get married. Well, we got married, and
Yeah,
that
but you gotta
morning,
tell him what the profile said.
oh
This is what.
oh gosh, your profile was so full of false.
No, it was.
It
Just one
was.
thing was
No,
false.
it
Just one.
was. Like, I love the
That's the
outdoors.
only thing
I
that
love
wasn't
being
true.
outside. I love working in the yard. I
I
love to
didn't say that.
cook.
I didn't
I love to
say
do all
that.
this stuff. So I'm thinking, hey man, because I'm an athletic guy. All the time I spent in the military. I love being outdoors. I like to get the natural vitamins that you get from the sun. And I'm like, hey, I finally got someone who can go out and hang out with me and like, hey, let's go kayaking. Sure, honey, I'll go with you kayaking.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we start talking and we met.
And by the way, I
And
didn't say all those things. The only thing I did say,
you
besides the how much I
did.
love Jesus, and I think I put maybe like the
No,
workout and
you
stuff
didn't
like
say
that.
you love you said you were a Jesus
Yeah,
fanatic.
it was like he
Yeah,
almost did. He almost walked away because of that. Anyway,
yeah.
I said that I like the outdoors, and I do like it. I'm just scared of it.
You just
Anyways, go
like the
ahead.
outdoors from behind the glass
Yes, I like
window.
to look at pictures.
So we're talking, and you're like, yeah, so you like to hike and stuff like that, because the first date's always awkward,
Right.
you know. But then once you get comfortable with each other, we start talking. I think we actually talked to each other on the second date,
Mhm.
and we're there and we're talking like the things we like to do. Oh yeah, I love doing all that stuff. My family has a cabin in Mena, Arkansas, and we have a couple of side by sides. We go ride out on the
And
on
we
the
do.
Ouachita Trail and all these mountain riding courses. I'm like, man, I have got me a mountain woman. I have got the dream woman of my dreams. So we got married, and it all started falling apart. So we get married, and we go up. We actually go up to the cabin there in Arkansas. It's in Mena. Shout out to Mena, Arkansas as well. Um, we go there, and we're talking about what do we want to do. So we knew we wanted to go on do a massage in Hot Springs, stuff like. Is that when we
Mm.
went there, or was that later on?
No, that was that week, but the first
Yeah.
few days we were in
So the
Mena, then we
first
went
few
to Hot Springs.
days, yeah. So the first few days, okay. First of all, we didn't have an off-road vehicle. We had a car.
Yeah. We had 2
And
cars
what
actually.
kind of car was that you had? A little
Volkswagen
a
Passat.
Volkswagen Passat. It is not an off-road vehicle. Well, during that week, it became one, and we rode up to this place
Mm.
up in the Ouachita Mountains. It wasn't Brady Mountain.
Can't remember the name of that
I can't remember the
mountain.
name of the mountain, but it's a trail there, and the entire trail is like 48 miles long. Well, it was hot. I mean, it was
August,
August. It was August, and you know
September.
anything about August in Texas? Was it September?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
September.
delayed. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got married in August, took our honeymoon in September, and we're up there, and we're having a great time. We're being a newlywed couple, obviously, and we have to eat. We're sitting around doing just whatever the cabin. So one day she's like, well, "What do you want to do today?" I said, "Well, I would like to go hiking." And she kind of looked at me for a second. She said, "Okay,
Okay.
okay." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, you're a mountain woman. You should be more than ecstatic about this." I think the first thing she was getting away is you didn't have any hiking boots. You had no,
Okay.
you had no hiking boots. And I'm like, we
I'm
got all
like, you
this
need
gear.
those,
Like, you need a
right?
backpack. You got to carry hydration and food and all this stuff, you know. And so we take this poor car. God Almighty,
To the top of the mountain.
that road was not. If you know anything about Volkswagen Passats, they ride like 2 inches off the
Yeah.
ground. So it's amazing we didn't bust the oil pan getting up there. So we get out of the car, and I got my backpack on, and I got the water and stuff in my back. And we start walking. And at first, okay, so that part of the Ouachita Trail, it's not the Brady Mountain.
That's not it.
Anyway, so
Is it Eagle something?
Eagles Point.
Pass or
I
something
can't
like that,
remember. Maybe
maybe?
Eagles
I can't
Pass.
remember.
Maybe it was
No, no, Buckeye or something like that.
Buckeye.
Is
The
that it?
Buckeye Trail. Yes, it's the Buckeye Trail in Mena, Arkansas. All you outdoor guys could appreciate that. So it used to be an old mining road, and you can see some of the test pits that they dug walking up through there. So for the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it was
Hmm.
pretty good.
It was overgrown.
Yeah, well, the
Yeah.
first few bit of it was a road,
Mm.
and it was wide enough where you could walk. It is a gradual incline. I'm like, oh yeah, we got this. This is easy stuff for two people who love the mountains. I was like, we got this lick, right? Because around that time, Shannon was very fit. She's working out all the time at the gym. You know, me, I was fit. I was in the gym all the time, and things were going well. So things started falling apart whenever we got to it where it was overgrown. And when I'm saying it's overgrown, it hadn't been maintained in years. I mean, you
Yeah.
could barely see the trail.
Right.
And we got to this one point where the hill it went to an incline pretty quickly, to a very steep incline. And I started noticing that Shannon didn't start complaining at first. She was having a good time. And then the more that we were on this trail, the more she complained, and the more she was not happy with the situation. And I'm like, "What's going on with you?" She's like, "I don't like this." And I understood because it was a little bit overgrown, but if you know any man out there, he likes to push forward. So I push forward, we go to the top of this hill, and all of a sudden Shanna, she slips down. She slips down on the ground, and she starts screaming, "I'm on a snake! I'm on a snake! I'm on a snake!"
Oh, it said there's a snake
There's a
on
snake wrapped around my
her leg.
legs. It's wrapped around my leg. And I'm trying in my nicest, most calm voice, like, okay, just calm down and let me go look and see what I got. And it's a sticker vine. It's just a vine. And she's like, it's a snake. Get it off of me. So finally I was like, honey, you're okay. It's not that. It's not a snake. It's just a vine.
Alright.
So I unwrap her from the snake, and we continue on for like 10 more minutes. But then by that time, the love was gone in the hike. There was nothing else left.
I was in panic.
Yeah,
Full
she was
panic
in full
mode.
panic mode. I didn't know that she had a
Anxiety disorder.
depth. What do you call that? A depth
Yeah, I have a depth perception. I
depth
have a lazy
perception
eye,
deficit.
so yeah.
None of this is on her Match.com profile, by the
Well,
way.
who would say that? Oh, a
Well,
lazy eye.
if you hike, if you're hiking, it's a good thing to put in there. Oh, by the way, I've got depth,
Well,
perception.
I'm sorry. It's not something you want
So,
people to know.
well, if I had known that, I would not take you onto a mountain.
Anyway.
So we managed to get back there, and we got back to the cabin, and she hasn't been hiking with me since.
Yeah, I have.
Where'd you go?
We've gone several times. We went over there at the top of Nina.
Oh, Queen Wilhelmina
And then we went on another
Trail.
one
Yeah.
that was in Costa Tot, I think. Anyways,
Yes.
irrelevant.
Okay. So I apologize. She did go
So
on
the
to
joke is now that
yes, vine snakes.
the vine snake.
Watch out for vine snakes. That's
And so
right.
actually there are vine snakes. I looked it up.
You're
Anyways,
right.
so I wrote a blog about it too right after it happened. So you should go read. It's really
The
funny.
blog.
I'll put a link in the comments.
So husbands, when
But
you're out there and your wife falls down, it's probably just a vine snake.
it's just a vine
Just
snake.
be nice.
So anyway, of course he had a good laugh at my expense.
I
He
did.
also discovered that same week
But she
that
lied.
well, you started figuring out I had an anxiety disorder because we went there. But I think the day before that we got lost on the four wheelers, and I started losing my mind, hyperventilating.
Well, if anyone
So
knows where Mena, Arkansas is, it is nowhere near Hot Springs.
right,
And we almost wound up in Hot Springs.
we were like, "Where are we? I'm like, we're gonna
We're
run
like,
out of
"Where
gas
are
and
we?
die."
Where are we going? Like, I know exactly where we are because I have an
He's
Android.
laughing, and I'm over there
Yeah.
like about to pass out. 'Cause
Well,
I'm
one of
breathing
us had to
hard.
remain calm because the other one was losing their minds.
Anyway, that's our
Yeah.
funny story because I think now we laugh about it.
Yeah.
And I think what it did was actually, in some weird way, brought us closer together and it opened the door for just like us to have
Right.
fun.
Well, if you
Because,
can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at all.
right.
So, yeah, that was a lot
So,
of
and I
it
think
was.
that as we get older, we stop having fun. We
Right.
stop it and we get so fixated on fixing problems or taking care of other people, whatever. I
That's
mean,
right.
I was reminded of that this weekend when we took our grandson to play. And I normally don't go run through the water, with the little splash pad, but I was having so much fun just playing with him, running through the water. We swang
Yeah.
a little bit. that a word? Twang?
It is now.
Okay, twang. We
Yeah,
swang,
we
and you were
swang,
pushing us, and I was screaming
swing,
because it
swang.
was like it was fun. Like I
Yeah,
can't
it
remember the
was.
last time I had fun like that. You know?
Yeah, it's a good time. It was. Our grandson is 3 years old, and he's a little stinker. He really is. Good kid.
Right.
His mom and dad are raising him really well. But so we're sitting at the house. Our TV is not working. We have
Which might be a
no.
blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Well, I'm learning to do things without the television. And any of you couples out there, turn the TV off.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't always have to be a TV-based sort of fun. Just turn
Yeah.
the TV off and just have a good time with each other. That's all you have to do.
Sometimes we sing. Like I'll get on the
Yeah.
piano or guitar and we just sing.
Yes.
And you love that.
I love hearing my wife sing. It's very relaxing. So I go in there when she's playing, I sit there and I just get carried away on musical notes.
Yeah.
So yeah. But there are some benefits
Yeah. What
of
are those?
play. What are the benefits? Wait, by the way, now I told a story about you. Now, is there a story that you want to tell about me? Something that I have done that is quite humorous, or can you remember? Because I'm pretty perfect. uh, other than my conceited.
I mean, those are the two big stories. I have one
Yeah.
more, but I don't know that I want to tell that one.
No.
That might be a little too much.
Yeah.
I mean, we laugh all the time,
We do
though.
laugh all the
We
time.
laugh at each other. We laugh about just silly things. I think our sense of humor is similar, so we're
Yes.
able to enjoy that about each other. Just quirky, weird
We
things.
are quirky, weird people. So
And
quirky, weird things, really. And I am full of useless facts.
you are, and
I
I've
have a
learned to just
billion useless facts just swimming around in my head. That's probably why I can't remember the last time I took a shower, because these useless facts are just swimming around in my
yeah.
head.
So if any of you are Enneagram people, I have him pegged, I believe, and I don't like to box people in, but his natural where he usually lands is a 5 on the Enneagram, and they're called the investigator.
Oh yeah, I gotta know
And they
about
just run
everything.
around and just like collect useless facts, and then they'll like, oh God, this is the story. This is the story I remember now.
Right, yeah, it's like she'll ask me, "Hey, do you know what this is?" Like, nope,
So
but I
I
will.
took him with me to a worship event, and this is before your huge conversion, that you had last year. This was a couple years ago, or probably 3 years ago,
Okay,
maybe right after we got married. I think it was that same year, so
okay.
almost 4. And I had been serving at a worship and intercession place, and he thought it was kind of weird. He thought it was kind of weird. He was
I
always
didn't
like,
think it
man,
was. I
these
knew
like
it
people
was.
dancing around. I just don't know. I mean, he's like, I don't have anything against them doing that, but just I grew up Baptist. This is
It
kind of
was in
weird
our
to me.
living room.
Well, I know,
You
but
got a lady twirling a flag,
it was
dancing to
fine.
something over there.
Now
And
you're
for
okay
us,
with it, aren't
oh
you?
yeah, well I'm part of it. But a Southern Baptist, we don't do that kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So
So
remember that night we went over. One of the people on the team was like, "Hey, we're gonna have a bonfire at the house." It was like October,
don't bring up the Dogon
so
Tribe.
I take him with me. I drag him over there, and he's just like, "I don't want to
Oh,
go," But
okay. So
you
let me
go.
set
Let
this
me.
up because I am a history nut.
Well, I just said that you're a 5.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he keeps up with just, I mean, like
useless.
random
Yeah.
useless facts that no one else on the earth probably
Ancient
knows.
ancient
Like if I
civilizations.
catch him
UFOs are
watching,
real. I'm
yeah,
just
when I
saying.
catch you watching stuff, you're watching like
Bigfoot.
things on YouTube that are just like I
Yeah.
would never
Hey
watch that
man,
anyways.
Bigfoot and Dogman. I've seen both of them. I'm just
But
saying.
anyway, so I caught him over there, and you were talking to a man that goes to the front room
Yeah,
is
he
the name of
owns
it.
the building.
Yeah, and I heard you say, I don't even know what you were talking about, but you said out of nowhere, well, have you heard of the Dogon Tribe or something like that?
Okay, so what we were, where the we were, good gracious alive,
I forgot
where
about
we were,
that.
I forgot all about that. Like I wish I could have would have been, but we were sitting outside and our
Yeah.
backs were to the campfire and the
Mm.
stars were just so lit up. We were talking about how pretty it was. I was like, "Hey man, by the way, the Dogon tribe." He said, "Oh God," he said, "Cool, man," and
What
got up
did
and
you?
just smooth walked
It was
off.
like I gotta go. This guy's weird. What was the Dogon Tribe? What does that have to do with the stars? I mean,
Well, the Dogon tribe discovered Sirius before we ever did.
oh,
They knew
okay.
about Sirius A and Sirius B before we ever saw it with our first telescopes.
Mm.
So, yeah.
So there you go.
That's my useless fact
There's
for
a
the day
useless
right
fact.
there.
And see how excited he gets.
I'm telling you, man.
Anyway, so we were telling that guy, and the guy was like, "Okay, I mean, he was nice. But he was like, okay, cool." And then we never
Yeah,
saw him again.
that was
So
hilarious.
you were laughing about like I can't make friends. I'm the weird person that nobody wants to be friends with,
That's
which is not
right.
true.
Right.
But you know, I celebrate that little weirdness about you that you have. If I need to know the answer to a weird thing, I ask you.
Yeah. And I
Like
will have the answer. If I don't,
every
I will
once in a while, you're
find
like,
it.
I don't know, and I'm like, okay, look it up, Five, look it up.
Well, see, and
So
whenever you ask me a question that I don't know, it's going to bother me until I do know.
yes,
So, yeah.
I think that's so funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my funny story about it.
Oh, I forgot all about
That
that.
was fun. So I'm sure we have a lot of those, and I'm
We
sure the
do.
people listening, you probably do too. And I think
Yeah. All I'm
like
going to
those,
say, I'm gonna say one more thing.
yeah.
Husbands, make sure you have plenty of gas in your car. Please make sure you
Oh,
have
when I
plenty
had
of
the
gas.
meltdown because we almost ran out of gas.
Yeah, we didn't almost run out of gas. We have
Well,
plenty of
that's before
gas.
my Wellbutrin got adjusted.
You
That's
need
when
to
I
cut
was
that out.
half dose. I just snorted anyway.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
We're not over medicated. We're happily medicated people. Thank you.
happily medicated. Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
that's it.
Right.
All right. So the benefits. What are the benefits of play in marriage?
Well, the first one is it breaks tension and fosters a connection between people. And I
Yeah.
think that's important because, if you got two people our age and a little younger, they're working. They got the
Mhm.
stress of work. They got the stress of home. If you have had kids already, you're going to have the stress of having kids. They got activities. They've got homework. Do they do homework anymore?
I think so.
No.
I see
Yeah.
parents complaining about it on
Oh, yeah.
Facebook. So yeah.
So you've got all that stuff coming in, and the tension can build up and up and up. And if you don't have something like laughter or play
Mhm.
involved, then it's going to become overwhelming. Something's going to break.
Yeah, and I think important to say about that is you shouldn't wait for it to build up. You should have
Right.
these regular times where you guys intentionally do things, so
Yes.
that it's kind of like anything else in life. I mean, if you wait until the explosion's already happened, it didn't do you any good. But if you kind of stay on top of it, like maintenance,
Right.
and I even think like getting away sometimes, even a cheap, quick 2-day vacation or
Hmm.
whatever, where you go to Dallas or just somewhere close by like Galveston
Yeah.
or something,
That's right.
we like Galveston. And I think that really is so important.
That's right. It has. I think that it also helps you rediscover each other as a person because
Mm,
one of the things that you do when you become married is the husband and the wife both lose their identity. They lose their identity
yeah.
and they become the married couple.
Yeah, and
But
I
it
think
helps
that's
you.
important to note because although God does say, I mean, scripture is like the two become one, right? That doesn't mean that
Yes.
you lose all of your identity and your
Well,
autonomy as a human being. You know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely. It doesn't mean that at all. I mean, as a matter of fact, I encourage you to go hang out with your friends all the time. I think that having a life
Yeah.
with other people is important.
And I feel
For
refreshed when I
everybody
do
but
it.
me, I am a hermit.
Yeah, which is wrong, and you need to
Yes.
work on
Uh,
that.
people.
But
Okay.
so I mean,
Oh, and scientific laughter, scientific studies have
mhm.
shown that laughter reduces stress and increases oxytocin in the body. And oxytocin is the feel good drug.
Yeah, and I would say on top of that, like if you're struggling with intimacy with each other,
Make each other laugh.
make each other laugh.
Absolutely.
It actually,
Absolutely.
I really think it creates a safety
Yeah.
there because you all of a sudden you let your guard down. You don't feel like you're being attacked, and I think that's what happens in marriage. You start feeling like the other person's the enemy,
Right.
you know, and so you always have like, okay, I've got my boxing gloves on. Are you going to say something to me today? And I've got to defend myself.
Right.
And I think just laughing, just thinking about that movie now that were talking about this. Do you remember that movie? I think it's Daddy's Home. Is it one?
Daddy's
Daddy's
on
Home?
one or two.
Do you
Yeah.
remember? I
Yeah, I
think
do.
it's the first one. Do you remember when they have the dance off at the end?
Yeah.
And because like
Yeah.
what's his name? Will Ferrell.
Will
He's
Ferrell and Mark
so
Wahlberg.
like just weird. I mean, he's just that quirky weird guy. And somebody's it looks like there's going to be this huge fight break out between these two dads or something. And all of a sudden he's like, no, man, I got you. And he starts dancing, and then it becomes like this dance off, and
Hmm.
everybody's laughing, and the whole thing, the tension just dissipates. I think it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It
It's
takes,
distracting too. Yeah.
yeah, I think it takes away that, because what it is all of a sudden you feel like you're being attacked.
Right.
So if you can laugh, then you're gonna, feel like realize, oh my gosh, I'm not being attacked. There's not a bear chasing me. My spouse is not trying to kill
There are no
me.
vine snakes.
Yeah, I can actually like enjoy this moment.
That was such a fun day. Uh, that
Do you
was.
remember? I was just thinking about this too because we talked about it when we went over there. Our friends, we kind of like take turns hosting dinner at our house, and
Yeah.
we have conversations about God, about what just we. It's very
Yeah.
spirit led, and it's
Right.
not like planned, and it's not stressful. Okay, there's usually no kids there, and
That's why it's so calm.
yeah, right. And
Yeah.
that one time we went over to one of our friends' house, and they had really just made this really good dinner,
Oh
and we
my
were outside,
gosh.
and it was just like it was so
Yeah.
relaxing.
It took everything I had not to be a pig.
And that was right after
That was right after
that was
we.
March.
Yeah.
That was March, and it was right after some more
It was about
things
6 months
happened,
later. Yeah.
and it's right after right before you went to Trace Diaz. It was
Hmm.
because I mean, you were on the verge. You didn't want to go.
I
But we
backed
had
out
such a
actually.
good time. It was fun. It was relaxing, and it was just like I started to. I think that's when God started opening my eyes to, hey, one of the things He's doing in marriages is He's teaching us about resting in Him, but having
Right.
fun as a couple and enjoying our lives and having dates and doing romantic things like that. It matters,
Hmm. It
you
really does
know.
matter. Well, if romance dies, the marriage dies.
Mhm.
And if you forget to laugh, and all you do is walk around straight faced and stone faced all the time, you don't. There's nothing to interact for. You don't. There's no
Mhm.
reason to interact if all you are is serious all the
Yeah,
time. I
I
mean,
think we forget that like our spouse was given to us as a gift. They're not they're not a
remember that I am
project
a
to
gift.
fix. They're
Remember
not
that.
a cross to bear all the
Right.
time.
I'm
Like,
going to remind you of that.
all
I'm a
right.
gift, woman. Be
I
nice.
try to say he's a gift. Gift. Don't get mad. Just okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. So there are types of play and fun that grown-ups can do.
Yeah, and I need work in this area because
Yeah.
I like am not a fun person by nature. Like I
Right.
really I have to go, okay, Shannon, go into fun mode. What is fun?
Right. We're not talking
Define
about baby
fun.
oil and twister. We're talking
I told
about
you,
things
I
like
told you not to talk about that. Just kidding.
yeah, so some couples out there, rock on with your bad
Alright,
self.
whatever.
We're talking about things.
Oh my god.
We're talking about hiking, which sports.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go back to hiking because I am like one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to grow in this area. I'm not going to be afraid. One of the things about my personality is if I'm afraid of something, I will force myself to face it.
She will. She's very
So,
brave.
like I'm very scared to drive in Dallas, but I force myself to do it.
She
So,
did.
I've done
Yes,
it several
she did.
times. I don't like to travel by myself, but I force myself to do it all the time. So,
Yeah.
I think in this area I want to force myself to do it.
Okay. Well, the Washita Trail is about 256 miles long.
Yeah, I know.
We can do that. We
Yeah.
can train for about a year. See, guys, clap with me here. We're gonna go hike the
Oh
Washita Trail.
my
We're gonna break her
god.
in.
Oh.
Also things that you can do that are not stressful, like board games, puzzles, playful debate, stuff like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
One of the best things that I can think of is doing DIY project, DIY project.
Okay, like
You
what?
know, well, like don't try to put together IKEA furniture together. It doesn't work. Um, things like oh my god, I drew a blank. DIY, like painting the kitchen or
Mm.
painting, like whenever we were in here painting, you'd come in and you'd ask if I need anything every once in a while.
I didn't
But
help you.
yeah,
I
but
did help you put the floor down
she
though.
did help me put the floor down.
So,
It's a really pretty hardwood floor. So, but she actually asked for my input when it came to decorating. So do things together that way. It looks like both of you had input to it. I didn't really have much input. She asked my opinion, and then when I gave it, she did her own thing anyway. So that's
whatever.
what that was.
One of the projects I've been wanting to do, and it's just so blasted hot that I ain't gonna do it right now. But this is outside. But I want to take that dresser that we had in here, that was from the
Yeah.
50s or 60s, and redo it. And I want to do that together.
That'd be
I
really
think that,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna have to heat it up with the heat gun and peel all of that
yeah,
stuff
veneer
off.
off of
Yeah,
it,
veneer
yeah.
off of it, but reveneer it.
But there's things like that. But I mean, there's all kinds of things. Like, get creative. Like, do something. Like, I would love to just like you sit down and try to write a song with me. I think you would enjoy it.
Mm,
Um,
that would be cool.
or yeah, I mean, that's a good project
Yeah,
if
that's a
you're
very
a
good project.
songwriter. Or I'd love to go to one of those like painting with a twist classes where you paint something.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. And I have that idea about dancing because we want to dance, but we're both like probably. Well, I have rhythm, but I'm
I
just
have.
embarrassed.
I am straight up white boy.
Yeah,
I have none.
I'm embarrassed to do it in front of
In the
people.
kitchen?
Yeah, I'm just. I don't know why.
It's just me.
I know.
Yeah. I, it takes a little while to get comfortable to do it, I guess.
No, I'm like
Something
this with
like
everybody. I won't dance in front of people. I'm real embarrassed.
that. Oh,
Even though I'll
well,
sing in front of them, I'll
well,
speak in front of people, but dancing, I feel really self-conscious about.
well,
Anyway, we want to
we want
go.
to. We bought the program,
We bought a program,
Dancing
dance.
in the Dark or something like that.
It's like date night dancing or
Date
something like
night
that, and it like
dancing.
takes
That's
you through
right.
like you learn like several different moves, and then it teaches you how to string them together, and you can do them like in type of music.
Right.
And then so you go out and you go to a wedding or something, and you
Yes.
just bust this
Go
amazing
bust a move.
dance program out that you've been working on. Everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!"
That's right. That's
So
right.
that's on our to-do list.
That's right. We've
What
had
else?
it for a year and we
Hmm.
looked at it 5 times.
Like
But we'll
once
get
maybe, I
there.
think.
5 times is better than 0. So
What else? What else is fun? We work out together.
we do work out together. We spend a lot of time together. I've always told her that she's probably the only person that I've ever been around all the time that didn't get on my nerves all the time. You know,
Oh, I get on your nerves some of the
well,
time. I
no,
do.
I didn't say that.
That was the
I
implication.
did not say you get on my nerves. I swear I did not.
Uh,
No, I actually enjoy being with my wife. A lot of the times it's just for comic relief with each other.
mm,
Like she'll do things that I don't enjoy doing, and I have to go with her anyway. And she'll enjoy watching me over there just mumble and stuff like
but then
that.
when you
So
get there, you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I went."
yeah, I will do that after that.
We
I
like
will.
we like to go to ballets.
I love ballet.
We
The
like
opera.
we haven't been to an opera yet. We would like to
Uh-uh.
go. We've been to concerts, of course. We love those.
Yeah, it's my fault the Nutcracker feet were so bad. That's my
No, I
fault.
think that was my fault.
No, I bought them.
Thought I did. Anyways,
I paid for them.
we went to a Zach Williams Christmas concert. It was
That was
amazing.
a fantastic show.
And remember that we went to that really good restaurant right
Okay,
before
anybody
it?
that is in the Little Rock, is it
It
Little
was
Rock? It
Texarkana,
was
I think,
Texarkana.
right?
Anybody in the Texarkana that knows about a really cool, is it a steakhouse?
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. It was so good.
Oh my gosh, it was such an amazing place. The service was great. So hats off to you. We'll let you know what the name of it is up
Oh,
there.
I have an idea. So
What's your
this
idea?
would be a fun thing to do for us or any
Okay.
couple listening. What about you just get in the car, you don't plan it, and you go, okay, like it's a Saturday, you don't have to work. And you're like, we're just gonna go whatever direction we feel like going and end up wherever we feel like,
Yeah.
wherever we end up. I mean, it doesn't have to be like super far away, but I mean like, okay, let's take a right. Let's just see like what this town's about. And then you
You
end
know
up
what?
in some cool place on some restaurant somewhere, that's really good or something, or a coffee house, or you go shopping, or you find flea market, or you know what I mean? Just
Yeah, that would be a really fun time.
yeah, I think things like that. Gosh, it just is so like for 1 minute you forget about your stupid phone. You forget about
Yes,
social media. You forget
absolutely.
about work and all your obligations. And for 1 second or this moment in time, you feel free.
Well, I want to tell you, the phone and the social media has killed communication
Yeah,
between two
totally
people.
believe it.
A lot of times, I mean, we're guilty of it too.
Mm-hmm.
We're guilty of it. I know that I am very guilty of it. Um, I'm a recovering TikTokaholic. I'm still there.
I catch you on it all the time.
I'm on it all the time, but I do have my business on there.
Yeah.
So I'm friending people who I think can help my business grow and stuff like that. Um, not as much into Instagram,
Yeah.
but anyway. So here's what happens a lot of times is Shay has Facebook. I don't have Facebook. So we'll be sitting there in the den now that the TV is
The
out.
TV's out.
The TV is out, so we just sit there in the den and we're on our phone.
Side
And
by
I'm looking at
side.
it, and I'm like,
What are you
Gosh, I'd rather have
doing?
the TV. At least we're interacting with each other,
Yeah, like,
you
I
know?
think this is worse,
Yeah. So put your phones down, guys. You don't got to turn it off. I know that a lot of us are tied to our phones for business, and we have children and
mhm.
grandchildren and elderly parents.
But set an alarm system, like, "Okay, I'm not gonna do it
Yes,
after this," or,
absolutely.
like, "This is out of control," like, you're not interacting with your spouse, and you're just both sucked into the social media trap, you know?
Absolutely. Social media, it's not a good thing for marriage. It is definitely not a good thing for a man. Um,
Not to mention all the affairs and
Not
stuff
to
that have
mention all the
happened
affairs, and that's why it's not
on
good for a
it.
man. But put it down, man. Just have fun with each other. I think we as a nation have forgotten.
Yeah, go
You
do
know,
something you haven't ever done before.
I mean, come on, we're Gen X. No, she's a millennial.
I don't know what I am.
You're a millennial, I think.
I
Anyway,
It
so we're
doesn't
Gen
matter,
X, man. We're
right?
latchkey kids. I didn't even have a key. The latchkey kids had that key to the house tied around their neck. I mean, my parents just locked me out of the house and go out of town for a day.
Oh my god, I
So
hope you're joking or you're
no,
not
I'm
joking.
dead serious.
Uh,
So, guys, just get out, have fun, do fun things without your phones.
yeah.
Everybody likes that oxytocin download. Laughter makes the heart grow fonder, and
Yeah.
laughter leads to other things. There's a ton of funny videos out there about, well, he made me laugh, and then this happened. Y-
It might have
y-
been a bad thing, but he made me laugh.
If you know, you know.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know. So anyway,
And I
no,
even think like spiritually, one of the things that we do because we're both like Bible nerds is we'll like
yeah,
part of what we do in the mornings is pray and read our Bibles
we
together,
do every
and we
day.
just like, what does that word mean? And we'll stop, and I'm like, okay, I gotta look this up,
Yeah,
and we'll spend 30 minutes looking up words or digging around in the Bible and
yeah.
cross referencing it, and like, or then maybe like, oh, let me find. Remember when I was studying the
Chapter.
tabernacle, Moses, and all
The,
that, and
and she's also a speaker as well. She travels and she speaks.
I don't
Christian
travel a
motivation
lot, but
speaking.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to learn about the tabernacle, Moses, and you were like, okay, let's do it. So
History, man, history.
you were all up in it
I
too. I mean,
was
it's
all
just
up in that business.
we were watching all these videos from Jerusalem and just all the things, cool things there, and things like that. It
But
doesn't
you
have to
did
be
uncover
like
things that I didn't even know,
yes,
which is
I
awesome.
did, I
So,
did.
yeah.
So let's talk about what are some of the barriers to the like barriers to playful. What do you
Well, I
think?
think that I think that with anything else, it comes down to if you're self-conscious about
Mm,
yourself, if
that's true.
you have a negative opinion body-wise, or you know, I don't know how to have fun. I don't like having fun type of thing. That can definitely be a barrier to everything. Is that if you have a negative on things, you've got to loosen up. You've got to
Hmm.
look. I married you. I mean, you're not going to do anything that I haven't already seen. So there's no reason to be self-conscious
Um,
after you've been married for a couple of years, or even 6 months after you get married. All that should be gone. You know me, I am not self-conscious at all.
you're not.
I'm not. Well,
Sometimes you
sometimes I can
are.
be.
I'm way more self-conscious than you
Yes,
are.
you are. Yes, you are. But
Hmm.
but do things that loses self-consciousness. Don't worry about that. Just be dumb. You
Sometimes we
know.
go to the movies and we
Sometimes we
just
do.
like that's just a super easy thing that anybody can do. It's not like I mean, yeah, it's kind of expensive,
Yeah,
but sometimes I'm like, let's go to the matinee. It's only $10, you know.
that's right. We like
And
those $10 things.
we watched Jurassic Park. I think we talked about that last week,
Yeah,
and
we
we
did.
enjoyed it. We
We
just
did
had
enjoy it.
and it's like we escaped like reality for a little while. Not that reality's so bad, but it was just I don't know. It was just fun,
It was
you
fun.
know,
It really
just
was.
fun.
Well, it was good that it was only down 20 minutes from where we live.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
very far away.
yeah.
And the town that we in, we have to go 45 miles each direction to hit a big town.
Mm.
But this little town that we're at has a great theater. We enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah.
So,
Trying
um,
out new restaurants that
oh
are hole in the wall.
yeah,
We used to pick a day every week, and I would because I was kind of using it to grow my business as well, which
yeah,
is a great marketing tactic, by the way. But we would go places, and I would share about it, and I would take pictures on Facebook, and it was just like off the beaten path
that's
places.
right. And don't pick the big nice restaurants.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she was saying earlier, pick a destination, pick a small town when you're
Hmm.
driving through. Say, okay, let's see what kind of restaurants they have here,
Yeah,
and it could be like a mom and pop joint. And I
right.
want to tell you, man, mom and pop joints have a lot better food than these big restaurants do. We found this really cool cheesecake factory. Blah,
Cheesecake.
blah, 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 blah. This cheesecake factory Is it
Wait,
Lindale?
what?
The cheesecake place right across the street from the barbecue
Oh,
joint.
that was in Jefferson, I think, right?
No, it
Or
wasn't in Jefferson.
Marshall?
No, it was that way. Was it Lindale?
Oh, maybe it was Lindell.
Yeah, I believe it
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
Lindale. And I'm telling you what, we had a great day today. Got some good
We had fun. We would
barbecue.
like what I was doing was I was kind of because I was starting my business, but we wanted to spend time together, and
Yes.
I'm in mortgage, so I was going around to. I would pick a different city that week, and I would take bags of goodies in there and cards and stuff like
Yes.
that, and so then it was a 2 for 1 because you would be off that day, and we
Yeah.
would go kind of check that town out, and we would go eat somewhere cool and just
It was
things like
fun.
that.
Yeah, it was really
It was
fun.
fun.
So, I mean, if you got kids that you can't leave behind, take them with you. But if you can find someone to watch your kids, marry a couple, it is a great thing to get together and do that kind of thing. It's travel, man. You ain't necessarily got to spend any money like Lake Caddo
Yeah.
down the
Oh,
road
that
from
was fun
us.
that day we did that.
We underestimated that trail. That was my fault.
That was right
It
after
was-
the whole thing had
yeah,
happened,
that was
and
right
you
after the
said it
affairs had
was your
happened.
idea. We were just like, idea. We were sitting around here, or were we out?
We
I can't
were
remember.
we were
And
sitting
you
around
said,
here.
let's just go to Lake Caddo and walk around. And I was like, I don't know that I've ever been to Caddo Lake.
It's beautiful.
It was, and there was a trail, and it was hard. I remember
Oh
that. I
my
almost
God,
passed
that
out.
last part of that hill.
It was hard.
There
It
was
was like
nothing
180
intermediate about
or
it. It's like, yeah, 180
It was so
degrees.
pretty though.
Yeah, it was beautiful there. It really
I think
was.
impromptu things like that are cool, but I think scheduling it, like,
Yes.
okay, listen, we're broke. Like sometimes we're broke, and so we have to go. Okay, we're gonna have to do a cheap one, and maybe
Yes.
that's something like, okay, I had thought about doing this, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Like just a night under the stars or something.
That's right.
you
Man,
know.
I got a truck and when it starts to cool off, the mosquitoes aren't so bad.
hmm
Go to a really dark place.
Look at the light,
Look
the
at the
stars.
light, look at the stars. Put a sleeping bag down, get two
hmm
pillows, and just sit there and look at the stars and just talk.
Drink some wine.
Drink some wine.
Have a picnic
Have a
at night or
picnic. That's
something.
right. Have a
Yeah,
picnic.
I mean that's free almost.
It's almost free. You can make the food before you leave. You don't have to
hmm
buy anything. So, well, you have to buy, yeah.
hmm
But but yeah, just stuff like that,
Get
man.
out of the rut. I
Get out
think
of the rut of
is,
marriage.
and I'm glad that we went Friday night because it was out of the rut. Like
Yes.
because we go to bed like 7:30 or 8,
We're early birds.
and we have been talking about okay, we have to stop doing this. Like we need to start going out at night. We need to change things up, and but you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars going out every night. So it's like, well, what can we do? And
It doesn't cost a
what
lot
if
of
it's
money.
like just hanging out with your friends and praying together? I mean, it doesn't even have to be like, or maybe a Bible study with some friends, you
That's
know?
right.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like these big things that we try to make it out to
Yeah.
be.
Or just a small hors d'oeuvre or small entree thing. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah, light snack or
the light
something.
snacks don't cost a lot of money. You get together. I think all your friends like to drink wine,
But
stuff like that.
but they eat super healthy food.
But
They
they,
make like
yeah,
their own bread and
they
their
make their
own
own bread
stuff
and stuff like
usually.
that. So, I mean, make a recipe, schedule a group with your friends, your married friends, say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, get together, you make this, and I'll make that, and I'll make that. Get together and like showcase your favorite recipes and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that as a couple, and then make it together. Don't just say, okay, honey,
That's a good
you
idea.
got
Make
me
it
into it,
together.
and then throw that flour all over her, all over him, get it all over the kitchen. Just have a dirty dancing moment.
Oh
No,
my
not Dirty
goodness.
Dancing. What was that movie?
I don't know.
Ghost.
It was
Ghost. Demi
Ghost. I
Moore.
haven't seen that
Demi
in a
Moore and
long
Patrick
time.
Swayze. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit before your time, I think.
No, I've seen it. I'm not that young. But it's just been
Have
a
a
while.
ghost moment. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. So sometimes I think barriers for people are feeling too busy, feeling too stressed, um, or just so much tension in the relationship that they feel like they can't even, get past the tension. I think if you're in that place, you're probably in crisis mode with your marriage anyway. I
Yeah.
think one of the best things you can do is do something fun.
We've been
Literally,
there.
do something so fun that hopefully both of you enjoy it. And I know it's hard because you're so worked up, but I think if you'll let yourself go a little bit,
Yeah.
it will be so much easier to work through it.
And a stressed out couple is a stressed out marriage, and that is a great way for Satan to come in and start putting up ideas in your head.
Yeah,
It really
absolutely.
is. It really is. So, um, and here's what I'm going to do with you guys. Um, I'm going to challenge you guys. We talked about this
Yeah.
earlier. I'm going to challenge the couples out there to plan something fun,
Hmm.
silly, lighthearted, whatever it is.
Within the next week.
Now keep the
Or
baby
2
oil
weeks.
and twister to yourself. I don't want to know about that.
No pictures,
No
please.
pictures. Please, no pictures. None. This is a family-oriented podcast. So just plan something fun, man. Just plan like a small outing to heck. We've got some woods back here on our property. We go out there and just sit under the tree.
Yeah,
You
you have
know,
a bow
just
and arrow. We could go
have a
shoot it.
bow. Got a bow. We can go shoot it.
That would be
Yeah, we
fun.
do. We can take you fishing.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll go fishing. I
See?
will.
Did you
No,
see
I
how she
will.
said that?
It's just so
Yeah.
hot right
Yeah, I
now.
know.
But
Well, you
I'll
can go
do
fishing
it.
at nighttime.
I'm
It's
not
even
scared of
better.
fishing.
Yeah, go
I'm
kayaking, stuff like
That's a
that.
little bit scary, but I'm gonna work up to it.
That's right.
I'm
That's
gonna work
right.
up
We're
to
gonna
it.
get it. So okay, couples. So plan something fun, silly, lighthearted activity with your spouse this week. And
Yeah.
what I want you to do is take some G-rated pictures
I'm
and email them to
okay. Make sure they're G-rated. I want to say that again, okay? Shanna at shannastrange.net.
yeah, Shanna at shannastrange.net.
Yeah,
And
and
we
tell us
will.
what tell us about your experience. Did you guys have fun? Did it reignite something? Do you feel
Yes.
better? Are you in a better space? You
Right.
know, I really want to know that because I really want to have testimonials from people and say, listen, this stuff worked.
It
Like it's
does.
simple, but it worked, and this
Absolutely.
could potentially start saving your marriage. Just something small like this.
That's right. That's
So
right.
send it
You
to
know, a lot
us.
of times somebody will step out of a marriage if they are bored. If
Mhm.
there's no play, if there's no physical touch or intimacy. And I really think that play and fun leads to that.
I mean, it's funny that you said that because I think because right now I got to be honest, like all over social media is that guy, the CEO guy that got caught having the
Woo,
affair at the Coldplay concert. And
that's
it
not
really breaks
cool.
my heart.
It
It actually,
does.
I feel so bad for the wife. I feel so bad for him and this other woman as well because what you just said was basically, to summarize that, was or going outside of their marriage because their marriage has become so dang either boring or stressful or there's nothing like there's no fire there. And so
No.
they're going outside of their marriage sometimes. That's not always the case, but sometimes it is.
Right.
Like it's become just this routine, this drudgery thing.
Yeah.
And so they want some excitement, so they go outside of the marriage and they
Right.
find it with somebody else. And you know the truth is if they were to get divorced from their spouse and end up with that person, it would be the same thing in
Be the
5
same thing
years.
over and over again. And break down in fun, break down in communication, break down in play.
Right.
Because couples play together.
Play together.
It
Couples play
it
together, stay
it
together.
it
Couldn't help it. I'm
leads
sorry.
it leads to a breakdown in communication. And when you have a breakdown in communication, you don't put out there what you want. You don't put
Yeah.
out there what you're wanting to do with that person. All you see is you say all the time, we become roommates.
Yeah.
And you don't want a roommate that you're married to for the next
That's
30 years.
misery. And
It
that's not what
is.
God wants.
No, not at all.
He,
It's
he
really
wants
not.
you to actually enjoy that person and have a good time, have a good life, and laugh sometimes. It's not always going to be laughter and fun times, but it's also not going to always be sucky, miserable times either. And I
Right.
think a lot of people get stuck in the sucky, miserable, and the
Yes.
frowning, terrible seasons.
Well, they
And
don't want to go home anymore.
right, you find a reason to not go home. I
Yeah,
remember you
and
telling me that, not about our marriage, but
right. I would,
previously, that you would find reasons like not to go home,
yeah,
like try
well,
to find something else to do. We're
yeah,
so miserable
absolutely.
because the other person is just a killjoy,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Don't be so serious, guys out there. You got to go in. You've got to have fun. If one spouse doesn't really know how to do it, you plan the trip.
You're
My
more fun
wife,
than me.
my wife has many things that are fun planned for this year.
Yeah, we do. So let's
You
talk about
know,
this. So I have, and this was all at the behest of the Lord. I think that's the right word.
that's
I
what we're
wanted to use
saying.
that word because
Yes,
I just wanted to
that's.
have fun.
You want to say big words? Just say it. You want to say big
Behest.
words.
Is that right? Anyways,
Behest.
so we are next month, and I don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to get our marriage reboot certificate or go through our process for that certification. We're going on a cruise at the end of August, and he is terrified.
I
But
don't
we're
like
going to have
ships.
fun.
That's why I went into the ground-based military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? You got to face your fears, just like I'm doing.
Oh God.
And we're going to have to somehow make a podcast episode that week.
if I wind up 3 fathoms on the bottom of the ocean, I'm coming
3
back to
fathoms.
haunt you. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing. And then September, I don't think I have anything on the books. And then October, we are going to finalize the certification in Florida,
Yes, in Florida.
and then I'm going to Tres Dias in October.
Okay, and Tres Dias is something you have to be invited to by someone who has been there. It's not a cult type thing. It's very, very Christian based.
Right.
I went through it. I actually got out of it, and then God convicted me
Mm-hmm.
and told me that I was going, or He was not going to let me sleep ever again. So I called Rick, my sponsor, and he said, "You know what?" He said, "The Lord told me to hold that thing for one more day, but I went ahead and gave it to someone else. Let me see what I can do."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, yes, I got out of it. I don't have to go to this thing. I don't want to do it. I'm happy. And then all of a sudden he comes back about an hour later. You're in.
I knew you were supposed to go. I was
And I'm
like,
like,
okay, God's gonna work
man.
this out,
I
and He
was like,
did.
great.
And it was life changing.
It
Life changing.
was. I
So
have.
I'm going to that.
Right.
And then in
And my encouragement.
November we're going. Yes. In November we're going to Lake Tahoe together. I'm so excited about that for
Yeah.
a marriage retreat.
Right.
So we just have a crazy.
End
But
of
you
the
know, I
year
think that we
coming.
deserve it because of what we've been through the last couple of
Well,
years.
there's an
So
old saying, approach the end of the year tired and exhausted. And I think that my wife is going to make sure that we are that
but no,
way.
we're going to get renewed through all this. See?
Renewed.
That's
Yes,
what.
that's
That's
right.
the thing
Renewed.
about play and recreation
Right.
is it actually refreshes and renews you.
That's right. And we did pick a good cruise line.
Yeah, we're
We didn't pick the other one.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have fun and sun
Fun in the sun and not get burned.
and don't get burned, and pray that we don't hit an iceberg or some sandbar somewhere.
We're gonna make a podcast episode on the boat somehow. I think that would be fun. Anyways,
Anyway,
so that's that. So
that's that.
So you guys pick a
Yes.
fun activity this week. Tag, get on social media. If you're friends with me or you follow my page, I have a ministry page. It's just Shanna Strange. You can just look it up, Shanna
Yeah.
Strange, on Facebook, and I'm on Insta as well. Tag me in it, or follow my page and tag me,
That's right.
and so that we can see it, and then email it to us.
Yeah.
Tell us your testimony, your story.
Also, one other thing, I'm going to interject something that
Yeah.
will close. Also, one other thing, actually two other things. I got to end it with the 988.
1 and 2. Yeah.
So if you guys have a topic that you would like for us to
Yes.
discuss, this just came to me. I'm brilliant. If you have a topic that you would like us to discuss, something that we haven't managed to touch on in our podcast so far, because we are young, I understand that, but we also want a very interactive relationship with you guys as well.
I'd like
So
to
if
do
you,
some Q&A at some
yeah, it's
point.
like to do some
Anyway.
Q&A. If there's someone that, if you have an idea about something that we want, that you would like us to talk about, man, just sit and just message it in.
Yeah, message it in a topic, but I also, if you have a testimony of your
Absolutely.
story, your
We will
marriage
read it
story,
online.
well, we
Yes.
could potentially actually interview people too, which
Yeah.
is something we had thought about. We'd probably do like a Zoom thing where
That's
we
right.
talk to other couples that have a beautiful story of
That's right.
redemption, and so we would love that. You can email me again, Shanna at shannastrange.net if
Yep.
you're interested in that.
Anyway, that is a wrap.
Yeah, and the 988
Not a
number
bacon wrap, it
is
is a wrap.
yeah, the 988 number
sounds
is for the veteran crisis
Yes,
hotline.
any
So,
veterans out there, my brothers in arms who are not feeling the love right now, please don't do whatever it is you think you're doing. Shoot us a message and I will call you personally.
mhm.
Call 988. The VA is there for a reason. I know a lot of people have had their experiences with the VA, but I can help you walk through the process of to have a good experience. Give me a call, please. 988, fellas. You have worth no matter what anybody has told you. I love you as a brother. God bless, guys.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see you next week.
Have a blessed night. You too. Have a blessed night, yo.
Yeah.
Will you break my chains?